Hello, anime dropouts? Is it time already for an anime podcast?
Wait, that caught me off guard.
It's fine now. Why? Because Anime Dropouts is here.
And he says, what are you buying?
Please don't flash me.
Wait, I have to do how many of these things?
I'm your host, Tindang, and I am joined here on this holiday by my co-host,
Joey Min, what's up, everybody?
I'll take this podcast and listen to it.
All right, episode 10 of the podcast, Anime Dropouts. Welcome back. My name is Tindang, and I'm joined by my co-host, as always,
Joey Min, hey, what's up, everybody?
And for everyone returning, have a seat, sit down for class, and for all you new listeners out there, we've got everything from anime news, games, reviews, potatoes, tomatoes, you name it.
We are from Jersey. those tomatoes are good, man.
All right, so how's your anime week been?
Pretty good, actually. Oh, shoot. So, caught up on, what was I been watching? Oh, rewatching JoJo, Bizarre Adventure.
What part are you on?
I'm rewatching Battle in Egypt. Actually, I'm just letting it rock out because I didn't. I'm waiting for the new season to finish so I could watch that in one blast too. So
Right, so part 5 is actually going on now.
yeah, so that's why I'm just kind of letting it play out. Yeah, so that's why I'm just rewatching old stuff because I really love JoJo.
Nice. So far, I've only been catching up to the anime that we've watched before.
I can see. I'm just trying to think if there's any other. No, besides Sword Arts, that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the Alita movie that just came out recently as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up watching that with my sister and reading that. So because I'm an older fella, so and it's funny. I actually didn't even go watch it yet, but I think that had pretty good reviews. I saw that the creator of Battle Angel Alita actually watched it a bunch of times and
enjoyed it. He watched it 5 times.
Yeah, it's something like that. He said he watched it 3 times or more, and he actually really loved the adaptation or something like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping it makes way for other anime movies in the future because we actually do have a couple in the news that we're going to talk about.
But do you like? Because I mean, it's American made, right? I forgot what
American made, but it does have its
the
own
same
unique
stories,
style.
I guess. But yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it yet, and then so yeah, but he did. I mean, he did like it, so I guess it can't be that bad, right? If the guy who made the anime watched the movie adaptation of a Westerner, that made it, and
Who are we to judge?
Yeah, right. It's then if he likes it, then it has to be good. So
all right, so let's get right into the podcast, and we're going to start off with some news segments.
Time for Anime News by Anime Dropouts.
Speaking of movies, The Made in Abyss Journey's Dawn, which is the movie summarizing the first part of the anime, that's going to be out in theaters on March 20th and 25th. So tickets should be out by the time you're listening to this podcast.
that'd be pretty good.
And another movie as well. So this one's actually Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? And if you can guess by the title.
Wait, they're making a
Isekai.
movie?
Oh, yeah, it's a movie. It's actually an original movie. So this is an actual original story that takes place after season 1. And season 2 is going to be summer 2019. So a couple of months from now, we're going to see season 2 of Danmachi.
Oh man, I was gonna think about that. Okay, it might be off tangent, but you know what I would really like to see?
Yeah.
No Game, No Life.
Oh, yeah, second season,
Yeah.
please.
Is there a second season?
No, I think there's a movie in the works, but so far,
Alright.
I don't think there's a second season being announced yet.
Is the manga complete? I don't know if you know anything about that.
I only know the light novel is still going on.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's a light novel first before a manga.
I think so.
I miss those characters. I think I really like those characters.
Oh, man. Shiro.
But oh man, Damachi though, it's so. I mean, he has a move he was the Argonaut or something like that. Isn't
Argonaut, yeah, the skill.
No, I thought his skill was smite or something, and basic. It was a bullshit skill. Isn't he could just kill anything in one hit.
Oh, yeah, that's Argonaut. So if he wills.
Yeah, what the hell? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's still about him, but, all the characters that are developed around him are actually really awesome as well.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think everybody appreciates the boob ribbon. I think.
Oh yeah, boob string.
Boob string.
That was like one of the best cosplays of the year it came out. Oh man. All right.
Man.
So speaking of novel titles, here's one that's going to be a live action drama on Netflix that I told you about. Oh, that I told you and Mom about during the Valentine's Day episode. And this one is the one that's based on a true story. The title, My Husband's Penis Won't Fit.
Wait, there's a live what? I'm trying to remember what.
Yeah, so this was during the news for. Oh, this is one of the titles of like, is it during our mini game last week?
Yeah.
So this one's actually about a physically incompatible couple that struggles to make celibate love and marriage work in this poignant and humorous series, and it's based on a true story. So,
celibate love,
and
they got married.
Yeah, like lights off, missionary only.
Celibacy means that you're not doing anything.
That's the description that I got from Netflix. So,
wow, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's out in late March, so I don't know if this is actually on international or we'll be able to see it as well.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was thinking, right? Like, is it? I'm guessing there's only like a Netflix Japan. I'm assuming. So okay, because like I watched a couple of Japanese shows through like Amazon.
Okay, yeah, Amazon Prime does actually have.
Yeah, I'm sure certain people here on the podcast probably watch tokusatsu. So, I mean, I was watching Kamen Rider Amazon on Amazon. So that was actually, I mean, I figured that's the reason why they did that. But yeah, okay,
nice,
that's cool.
And for the next one, I think you saw this, but the preview of Fruits Basket is out.
I actually did not see the preview, but God. Somebody mentioned it to me recently. They were like, "Oh wow, they made a remake." I was like, "No, I think that's the sequel or something, right?"
It's a remake of the entire manga. So the preview we did see was spread throughout Facebook and Twitter.
Oh man, yeah,
and it looks amazing. The colors are awesome. The animation is really good as well.
Oh crap! Okay, well yeah, I didn't see it, but. That's like a guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Is Fruits Basket a guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
Anime Dropout says yes. So they're planning,
episode, guys.
They're planning to adapt the entire manga, but this one is by TMS Entertainment, which, I think we talked about last season. They actually came out with Megalobox.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I didn't see the trailer, but Megalobox is amazing.
Yeah.
In terms
and
of animation.
TMS has actually had a huge worldwide, reach. So they've done from Akira, they've done the Batman animated series in America, and they did the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Whoa, wait, what? They did the animated version, like the classic Batman?
Yeah, Batman the animated series.
They did that?
Yeah, they've been working since the 80s, or at least
at least the 80s. Sick. That is such a iconic, American animated series.
I think it's the best one that I've seen.
Because I loved watching that when I was, Christ, that's during the 90s. Oh, damn. Man.
Are you ready for the kicker, though?
What's up?
The first 2 episodes are going to be in U.S. theaters before it's simulcasted in English and Japanese.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's going to be out in March. So March 26th for the dub and March 27th for the sub.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, no ticket dates announced yet, but I think it's going to be in select U.S. theaters, so you guys should check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming for the theaters that if people have watched say My Hero and was there another anime movie that came? Oh, Dragon Ball.
Bro.
Yeah, I bet those theaters probably would get some. Yeah, they probably play it too.
We're since we're in Jersey, we're in between city and suburb.
Yeah,
and they had 4 movie theaters that actually showed Brawler.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, dude, I realized that there's I guess around us, there's a lot of, I think there's places to select movie theaters that play a lot of international stuff, actually.
Yeah. It's nice to see the weebs roll out.
When the weebs roll out at a movie theater, they come in packs, dude.
And the final news for, I guess, this month, although it's a little bit strange with all the isekai that's been going on strong as ever, Shield Hero, Slime, etc., 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 why not have Hollywood jump into it? And Ryan Reynolds is going to be starring in technically it's an isekai. It's called Free Guy, coming out in 2020.
Free Guy?
Yes, and it's about a bank teller stuck in a routine life that realizes he's an NPC in an RPG open world game. Yeah.
Wait, is that an isekai? But because he's the NPC though.
He realizes he's an NPC, but I guess he's able to break out of his routine.
Wait, that's nuts. Actually, I always thought that concept was pretty cool. Like, there's theories out there that we are basically living in the Matrix and everything is just, I don't know, I guess we're all just being stimulated by our neurons.
That's some Truman Show shit.
Yeah, right? But that's what it is. But how do you... That's weird. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I now I'm intrigued. I would love to watch the show, right? Or the movie. Because, if you're an NPC, you're programmed to be, to be an NPC.
Yeah.
How would you...
Like, can you break out of your program, like in Sword Art's
right?
Alicization?
Yeah, can you pee or see? Like, that's in an open world. Wait, is it just like Earth?
I have no idea. There's very little information out since it's going to be out in 2020. But
I mean, I guess, what if I'm not sure if he's like secretly a weeb or anything like that. Or, I mean, he is Detective Pikachu. I'm just saying that.
yeah, I mean, he picks projects that he actually likes and enjoys. So
What if he was like maybe not. Maybe that's just part of his kind of weirdness or something.
I mean, there are some celebrity weebs out there. A lot of basketball and football players are weebs.
yeah, I mean,
Vin Diesel's a D&D junkie.
okay, so I've heard from my sources in Hollywood, I guess, because I know random people.
Right.
He does say he plays D&D, but all the people that I know that play D&D in Hollywood, they say they've never seen him play D&D or play with people that play. I don't know. Maybe he has his own groups. Who knows, right? That's just fine. I don't think D&D is weebish, is it? Unless you're playing like an anime-ish role-playing game.
Yeah, I guess it's more into like the geeky culture, but
Right.
it's actually becoming more normalized.
D&D?
Yeah,
Oh,
D&D.
yeah.
Everyone's playing it.
I love it. I wish you guys played with me, honestly.
We got to start a campaign.
I know.
That could be a podcast as well.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. Like, I guess the people that I play with are stereotypically those people that you think would play D&D back in, because I'm an older fellow. I guess I play with people who are like, never mind. They're just very stereotypically nerdy or geeky. And I'm like, man, like, it's hard sometimes. Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be the news for this month. So if you guys want to check out all these movies that are actually going to be released, tickets will be on sale soon. All right, Joey. And
What's
now
up?
let's get back into the discussion. So we are actually keeping up with Promised Neverland, Dororo, and Shield Hero. And in this podcast, we're going to be doing episodes 5 through 7 of each.
I think like this season, I guess like those three animes are just way better than anything we watched last season.
Man,
They're so good, man. I don't know how. Okay, well, we'll pick one first, I guess. Right?
yeah, I mean, everything's keeping me glued onto the screen.
Yeah.
But Promised Neverland, right now, I feel like the episodes are just 5 minutes long because
it's too
from
good.
start to finish.
Like, and honestly, like I do say, like, oh, man. Okay, just before anything, I guess I'm gushing over this thing because like even the art direction goes along with like the cinematography, I guess, right? I never read the manga, so I don't know if if like certain animation ideas was like implemented in the manga or something. But Jesus, like the cinema, I mean, like the fact alone, like certain things where it's like there's no reason to do it, but they actually show like the people that animated show that they know like the lenses of a camera. Like it would go in and out of focus depending who's in the foreground or the background. And that's very subtle, but I'm like looking at it, I'm like, why? That's like awesome. Why are they rack focusing back and forth for no reason, right? But like, I mean, there's a reason, but it looks so good.
Yeah, I think they chose it this way just in the planning stages. So there's storyboarding, which is like the initial sketches and frames that you're going to pick out. And what I really, oh my God, it's crazy, but all these like slow zooming panning shots,
Yeah.
some like third person perspective, but you're seeing it from like almost like a voyeuristic perspective. Like
Yeah.
you'll look at the characters from the bush and you're wondering, is someone spying on them or is it just
Right.
there's like this
It
unsettling
makes you, yeah, it
feeling.
makes you feel uneasy with everything, especially, and it only happens when they're talking about like their plans or whatever like that. But yeah, like it's I mean certain angles too, and like when they Dutch angle, and that's when you kind of tilt the camera like to like 45 degrees, so the picture is kind of like sideways but not, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
the Dutch angle gives like the uneasiness, but
it's usually used for like a lot of indie horror stuff, but the fact alone they use that, it's like wow,
use it too much and it becomes like Battlefield.
Right. So what specifically, like,
Oh, right. So we're onto oh my God, the 40 chess that these kids can play. They're so much smarter than I am.
It's I guess I feel like if you're in that world, everybody plays chess. Like these kids are like they're laying traps down just to cover their tracks just before they make a move, but you don't see it until it's nuts. I mean, it's well written.
Yeah, I mean, just from the way they're raised, they're playing tag every day. They're taking quizzes every day, so they're really ready for it. And I think the first trap that we find out is that Norman actually tells Ray about the rope that they're hiding in the tree.
Oh, right.
And he wants to find out if that rope disappears, and he did. So he now knows that Ray is the one that leaks information to Mama,
right.
Which is whoa.
So he actually set a trap for Norman. I mean, it's for Ray, and
Norman
Dawn and
set the
Gilda,
trap. Yeah.
right? That's nuts.
But what Ray ends up doing is that they're all going to work together to try and escape.
Right.
Yeah, on the condition that Norman wants everyone to be saved. So not just the three of them.
Emma.
Yeah, but
which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the fact alone that Ray knew that they were cattle for I don't know how. Dude, this kid is nuts, man. There's always some Sasuke ass character, that like they just take like this heavy fucking burden by themselves. This kid knew since he was like 6 years old that he was being raised to be eaten.
I think it's even before that.
Is it?
Because he was aware of the monsters before, right?
Well, because he knew, or I guess he pieced it together or something.
Yeah, like he pieced it together from, I guess, what Mama's like leaking to him, since they share information now, which is crazy.
But like he only started sharing information to her because he figured out that shit was happening and he wanted to stay as long as possible.
Yeah, but he's keeping that secret for years and from everyone.
Yeah, and he's been building this thing to like break the tracking device. Like he knew somebody was gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna break out.
Yeah,
like he planned that shit. That's some Batman shit. That's Batman shit, dude. Little Sasuke looking bastard. Like,
and I think from the schematics of the house that there's actually this hidden room somewhere, and what the kids suspect is that maybe that's the room where Mama's able to communicate with the outside world.
Right.
And we find out in episode 6 that Gilda and Dawn are able to sneak into the room. Oh my god.
I mean, before, I think episode 5 was like at the end where like you kind of you didn't know who was gonna sneak in or see.
Oh yeah, see them.
Jesus, there's so many cliffhangers. Hurts, man. It gives me ulcers. Makes you worry about next week.
Yeah, those cliffhangers. And then we saw that it was Phil, just the little kid with like the goober looking face that found them.
But Phil also figured out the Morse codes in the books. Remember? That's what Emma said.
Wait, that kid knows too much.
Wait. Phil's gonna survive that. I think, like I said, I don't know anything. This is just my idea. Dawn and Gilda, they're gonna die. Phil's going to live. Because after that, I was like, why are they saying like these passive? And why is this little motherfucker like everywhere? Right?
Is it coincidence or not?
Yeah. Phil is also the kid that saw Sister
Crone later
right?
in
That's
episode
Phil, right?
7.
The little kid.
Yeah, Phil.
Dude, he's smarter than anybody. No one knows. He knows.
What if he's like Ray and he knows, but nobody has even caught on to it?
What if he's like part demon? Actually, even though that's kind of weird too. Like, okay, you kind of figure out that, well, okay, a little more world building in the last episode in 7, right? You did get to hear from Sister Crone that there are humans of the same standing as demons outside. And we also know that they don't call them demons.
Right.
They don't know the name. Well, she never said the name, but they just apparently don't call them demons, right?
Yeah, and we find out that she's actually used to be an orphan just with the serial
Yeah.
number tatted across her neck.
from another place called Grace or something, Grace Plant or what, Grace.
Yeah, so there's
like that.
probably multiple orphanages and different ones throughout.
It's crazy. I think it's nuts. So
Yeah, so in the end, like Sister Crone actually, there's like this, what is it, a standstill between her and the kids because they can't rat each other out. And Sister Crone can't rat them out until she finds like concrete evidence just to kick Isabel out.
but that doesn't wouldn't the evidence be them escaping? So that's why she wouldn't really rat him out because
Right, I feel like if she helped them escape, then there's like no incentive for her, you know?
right. And is it possible that once is it possible that they like headquarters brought in Sister because they feel like Isabella isn't being a good mom? Because like, are there places where there's like one mom and there's a lot of sisters that coexist, or is that just like, hey, we think that you're gonna be like, we're replacing you soon with like a sister?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I never thought about that until now. Actually, when we were just talking.
Yeah,
about it.
but I think Sister Crone's ultimate goal is to overthrow Isabel so she can become the next mama.
right.
So
So I guess mamas just like live their lives. Like, is that what it is? Like they could just grow old, or they don't get shipped out? Because like Isabella's supposed to be 31, and
Right.
Crone is 26, right? So, I mean, it doesn't.
yeah,
I
because
mean, I don't know about
Isabel's
the world.
also like, wouldn't she be an orphan at some point as well, and then
She would
grows
have
up to
to be,
take
right?
over?
Yeah, she would have had to be.
Oh, are there dads? Or is it
Doesn't
just
seem
mamas?
like it? Because don't you think like somebody like Ray would be raised to be a dad?
Yeah, at his level.
Yeah. Because I feel like Isabella would have known what was happening. Because they said like after 12, you get to choose. You either continue and just get eaten, or you take another path and become a sister.
There's so much speculation. Like every
Yeah.
single episode, I'm just like at the
It's-
edge of my seat.
I really love the world building. It just gives you like this totally different world, and everything is just like familiar but not, I love it.
Yeah, there's always this sense of like uneasiness that makes me want to keep watching, and I'm just excited for every release every week.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are keeping up with that, because Promised Neverland is sick.
It is.
The last time I really honestly felt like that was oh my God, Death Note.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it started off as like episode 1, kind of like a horror, but now it's moved onto this like suspense thriller
Yeah.
where they're trying to figure each other out.
Yeah, actually, I feel like the more I don't know about the world, like the scarier it is. Like so it's like it's full of demons, obviously. But when Sister Crone said like, yeah, there are humans in the outside world that are not food, that have equal standing as like the demons or something, it made me feel like, oh, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cool though.
All right, next one,
Mhm.
Dororo. And since you're more experienced with this, since you've seen like the original, it's like a small adventure for me. Like every single episode, I feel like, oh yeah, I'm discovering this demon. And when is Hyakimaru gonna get like his next body part back?
Right? Yeah. No, it's definitely good. But yeah, I think everybody, or from what I know, or from the people I talked to, episode 6 was the clincher. That's
Oh,
what like solidified Dororo to like a lot of people, I think.
Oh yeah, that heartbreaking part when
Right?
yeah. So they discover this small orphanage where Mio, I think she's the caretaker of this.
Yeah. She took in a lot of the orphans that lost something from the war. And it's usually they're all like crippled to some degree, like they're losing limbs or whatever.
Mm.
And so she's trying to raise enough money so she could take the kids out and go and like live, somewhere a little more remote and just raise their own crops or something. But man, it's like it was so heartbreaking, because basically she was just selling her body to like the soldiers at a nearby camp, to make money to feed the kids. Jesus. How does
And they're just too late in the end when Hyakimaru and Dororo gets his leg back from that larva demon, and they come
Right.
back to the village and they found out that the troops are just slaughtering the kids and Mio. And
Yeah. That was
That's fucked up.
heartbreaking. That was definitely heartbreaking. It was like the first time he heard, like, he could use his ears. And then, like, her song was like, her voice was like the only thing.
what was he able to yell out to in that episode? Like he yelled out like Mio or something, or
Did he say Mio?
whatever. He was
I
able to
think
use
so,
his
something
voice
like that,
or
yeah.
something like that. But man,
Oh man, yeah, no, it's heartbreaking. Definitely heartbreaking. Dororo definitely is a classic, you know. And I think like they're going about it the right way, and this is introducing that whole story to like a new group of, you know, like people that never seen it before.
it feels like a small like adventure. Like there's no like big overarching like we gotta save the world. It's just these two on an adventure just to discover themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a coming of age story. It's just that there's demons and you have to kill him and get his metaphysical body back, I guess. Finding himself, you know.
In episode 7, we actually find out about the spider demon. And I think it's crazy that there are demons. Well, these are based on yokai, which you told me.
Yeah.
And there are demons that are actually, I guess, sentient and able to express emotions, can communicate with humans, and I guess assimilate into their world, sort of.
Yeah, I think that's the well, I think it's kind of cool where I guess Japanese cultures like the stories and stuff. I'm sure you've seen like the Hanya mask, right? Like the Oni masks. So the whole point is that if you look at them straight on, they look menacing and they're, you know, like they look like they're growling at you, right?
Yeah.
But if you look down on it, like in a different angle, you see that the faces of the demons are actually like depressed and sad, and they're actually crying. Yeah, it's sick, right? That the duality. That's a Tengu mask. Sorry.
Okay.
That's not, yeah, but that's what it's supposed to be like, you know. And I think that's cool how they put that dichotomy in there, like, because there was that scene with the Spider Woman when she was trying to protect the guy.
Yeah, the villager that's actually helping people escape underground.
Like you see the red color like becoming like lighter in shade in something.
Oh, and that's the reason why he stops.
Yeah,
I guess the attack.
Yeah, like it wasn't like a pure red; it was like an orange because I guess it's still a demon, but
Right.
that was cool. Like, you know, and I guess it shows like even, you know, that not everybody, despite being a demon, is technically a demon, and that like in the last episode, you know, you see that sometimes humans are much more evil than the demons that they're afraid of, right? That's crazy.
Oh man, there's this one question I wanted to ask about, I guess, like Hyakimaru's self-discovery. So like in episode 6, after Mio dies, he goes into like this fit of rage, and is it possible for him to become red from absorbing demons, you know?
But isn't that what the blind monk was kind of seeing in him?
Right. That's one of his worries, right?
Right. Like he saw like a part of where somewhere inside his body it was like turning red, I think. So I guess it goes to show, I mean, like it's one episode after the other. You see that, oh, humans could be evil. Then like, oh, and demons could be good guys, you know?
One thing I'm wondering is like, when he eventually faces his father, like, are they both going to be red? Is he going to be... Man, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think he knows.
Oh, wait, he doesn't even know that.
I don't think he even. I mean, I'm saying from how if we were watching, like, you know, I'm just saying like he doesn't even know.
Yeah, at this point, he just knows that being able to kill demons brings back part of his body.
And then sometimes he probably doesn't even want it. You know?
Yeah.
Like just the feeling of pain, right? Oh my god, it's nuts. Actually, it's nuts how everything is. Yeah,
I'm loving it though.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and the last one we're going to discuss for now, just because I guess it's hard to catch up to the other shows, but we'll eventually be covering them in a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. No, those are going to be like extra episodes when we do have time. But last one for this podcast is going to be Shield Hero.
Yes. Sorry, Raphtalia is. I love Asuna. I mean, even in Alicization, like Asuna is true wifey, but Raphtalia, man, that's. I don't know, man. Like she's just definitely cute, but the whole like like just staying by his side and stuff. Like that's
She is a ride or die bitch.
she
in
is a
the
ride
best
or
way.
die bitch. Yeah, dude, definitely. Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't want to be mushy, but that's the term, now. That's the term.
That's the term. Oh man. And we actually see that they actually gain a new companion, and this one's a Filol. It's like a mystical
Filolial or something.
Filolial, like a
I don't know,
mystical
yeah.
bird or something.
It's like
And-
the world's chocobo.
The world's chocobo, and what is it? They enter a race against a spearman. Spear hero.
Right. Well, specifically like this. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so because obviously he has this rivalry with the spearman, because I think at this point in time, everybody kind of knows that the princess? Or
Yeah, the princess.
Mia?
Princess Mia, something like that.
Oh my God,
We know they're cheating.
Yeah.
It's apparent to
she's
everyone.
she's actually like a really terrible, because in this episode it shows you where is that her? Did they say it? It's like it's the queen, or some lady.
Oh, so after they finish the race, it's what is it? The queen's
It's
spies.
during the race, even during the race. Remember? 'Cause
Oh
like,
yeah, because they're aware of what's going on,
Like
and
the
they're able
cheating,
to
yeah.
trace the magic back to the princess.
yeah. And
Okay,
then,
so there is someone that's on the Shield Hero's side.
or
at least
again,
for
or
now.
against the, because like after like, yeah, I don't know. It just feels it's so fucked up. Like I guess I could relate. I mean, sometimes I feel like everybody's against me for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
Right? And just having Raftalia there to like that stood by him despite everything that went down, dude.
yeah. Well, there's this interesting interview by the author that I think we'll cover like in an extra episode. That she sees Naofumi as a mirror. So the reflection of what happens to him is what he brings back out into the world. And we can see that in all his actions. So he's not like fully pragmatic, but if people treat him well, then he'll treat them well.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like him too. He's a businessman. I like that. Oh, you want to ride? Okay, a silver. But you like, oh, I have no money. You can pay me in other ways, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Give me stuff that I can sell back. That's funny. I really like that, and I can't hate him.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
we actually see the Filolial actually transform into a human now. So
Yeah.
third companion on the way.
Did they explain it? Like, isn't she supposed to be like the queen of that race, or like there's like queens? I guess I don't know. Like they're like ants, I guess, in a weird way. Like
Yeah, the queens of that race would be able to transmutate into human. And
because they have a lot of magical power or something. But they
Yeah.
also said like they can control other birds or other philos.
I guess other Philos, but we haven't seen that many other Philos besides the two in that stable when they were
But
first.
I thought they were saying like that's like a common animal that pulls carriages. And
They're
philo's
kind of
adorable.
like the horse.
Yeah, like, dude, philo is adorable. Both
Oh, yeah.
both bird form or human form. And I really love the fact that it rider kicks everything. It's always a jumping sidekick. Like I love it.
And we actually see like Naofumi has like a more paternal relationship with Philo, which is nice.
Yeah. Or even Raftalia.
Yeah.
She hates that. Oh my God. I mean, I think there was a meme. I think, I guess senpai is just another word for daddy. I mean, it's not, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And I think the more world building we get, I feel like the more invested I become into the show.
Okay, but here we go. I guess I have the question that I have is like, I think, because I never read the manga, and I think it was a light novel, right? Or something. you said?
Yeah. Actually, web novel first,
Oh, web
which is
novel.
kind of like a rough novel that's just put out into the world. And the light novel is what's actually published initially. And then after that, the manga. And then now we have the anime.
Because like I feel like there's certain parts of it that I felt like there was more to it, but they cut out. Like, why? So I think after Naofumi got like the whole like sexual raped her, but he didn't kind of thing, the allegations or whatever.
Right.
He started getting cursed. He had like a curse series or something.
Oh, yeah. So during episode 4, like it said like curse series unlocked, which is what we can speculate is part of the talent trees that come out through his shield.
So, okay, because like it was weird. Like he couldn't taste food, and like Raftalia always looked like a kid to him.
Yeah, until the curse was lifted.
Right. So I guess now he kind of sees her as like kind of a woman, but like in a weird way, I guess he still feels like she's a kid. You know, like, so I don't even know if he still sees her like that. Cause like it was kind of funny when he saw her, like, where's Raftalia? Like, I'm Raftalia. Like,
Yeah.
no, she was a kid. Like, who the F are you? You know,
Yeah.
like,
I guess it goes back to that mirror metaphor where like the trust that she gives into him fully is like what he
Yeah, what
brings
broke
back
it.
out.
but
So,
I
yeah.
just feel like there, I mean, like I said, I don't know the manga or the light novels or something. If there was something more to the whole curse series, because I feel like they introduced it for, you know, they introduced it, then like they didn't really kind of play off of it, because even like the shopkeeper or the weaponsmith actually even said like, oh, I think he's cursed, like he just knew
Right.
it, and like no one went into that, like what the fuck is cursed, like.
Yeah, I think episode 8 had a bit of a preview for it. So I think in the next couple of weeks we'll actually find out what
Oh, shit.
this
Okay.
curse series means.
Okay, thank God. I thought they just kind of dropped it. And
Oh,
like,
okay. Yeah.
okay.
But if you guys actually do want, like, check out the manga, check out the light novel. I think they're both out publicly, so it's an awesome read.
Oh man, so it's been around for a very long time, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of the first couple light novels. I think it is inspired by Sword Art, so it's a little bit after that. But
Whoa.
Sword Art was like mid 2000s, so
What do you mean one of the first? So, okay, so Sword Art has to be first then, right?
not first, but I guess one of the more popular light novels that became an anime.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool then. And yeah, it's very exciting, very exciting.
Yeah, and what is it? Episode 6 and 7, we actually see Philo able to get clothes that are able to transmutate with her.
You know, and that feels so video gamey. That whole concept is like,
Right.
oh my god, we need to get her clothes for. Oh yeah, I could make it, but you need like a magic crystal to make magic thread. Like, oh, I don't have that. You have to go to the magician. Oh, I don't have the gemstone to make that. Then they go to another place, and it's like, oh yeah, there's the gem in there, but there's a big monster in there.
Yeah,
Like, what
so
the
we
fuck?
actually see the RPG elements
Right.
actually come in.
I would have been like, what the hell? Like, but that was pretty cool though. I really like it.
Yeah. What I want to see is like that monster that they fought in that dungeon. What is it? A Nue or
Yeah,
combination
anyway.
of
It looks like a
snake,
chimera. It's
snake,
just like-
dragon. I guess it's like an offshoot of a chimera or some other kind of being. I think it's a yokai though, right?
I know it. The name sounds familiar, but yeah, I don't personally.
Yeah. I hope he's able to like actually use it because his shield can absorb the Nue, right? Because like
Oh right, he did. No, I don't remember, because I guess when they kill it and he gave his shield like some sort of scraps or like remains of it, right?
yeah, because he took the double dogs and he used that when he dueled the spear hero.
Which is also like that too. Like that's funny. They didn't explain that. Oh wait a minute, he did fight the double-headed dog. Sorry,
yeah,
I
that
totally
was like
forgot.
episode 3
Yeah.
or 2.
Okay, because I thought that like that's weird. I feel like I watched the episode, you know, like in order, you know, obviously like a week after, but for some odd reason, I was like, where the hell did he get that skill where dogs come out of his shield? Like, totally makes sense. So okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, and in episode 7, we're actually seeing him like cleaning up after all the other heroes' misdeeds. So I guess the spear hero
Right.
gave this small village this magic seed that's able to, you know, plant these fruits, but
Yeah.
the plants actually just go outraged and they become like piranha plants from Super Mario, just attacking
Oh
everybody.
yeah, they're all little petey piranhas running around, right? And that's funny, and because obviously, which is so weird. It's like this princess doesn't care about her people.
No, she
basically.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Not
like,
at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like the whole reason why, like, I mean, he's suspected that she put the spear hero, Moto Yusa?
Monotuyusha, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Spear hero.
Yeah. Spear hero, right? You know, put him up to it, gave him the seed. They're all happy. Now the seed's killing people. Right? Oh, dude, that shield does freaking everything. Like, so he can just enhance potion by like he could just take a potion in his hand and just go enhance potion. It's like
Yeah.
it gives him magic. You
Because
know?
I guess what is it? One of the shopkeepers, or like I guess the witch, gave him a grimoire so he can learn like magic to augment his skills.
Oh, so that I thought that was kind of cool too. Like he's actually studying. See, that's why I really like this hero, because it's like this character isn't overpowered in the sense of like he has to study. He has to make a living.
Right. He has to like actually learn the language. He has to put in the work to learn herbology or
And I always thought about this every time I play like an RPG. It's like, hey man, I'm trying to save the world here. You can't give me a sword that I think would help. Like, you have like infinite amount of them. Give me one of those swords. I could probably defeat like the demons.
I think it's kind of cool though that there are requirements and steps to learning each thing. It reminds me of like back in RuneScape.
Oh, man.
Like if you need level 30 fishing to catch tuna, then you need like 40 mining for animanium.
Oh,
and he's
you
doing
need, like,
all
an
these different
actual
things.
experience to be able to. Yeah, and I like that. It actually, but it also gives the world building like much better. Like you show that even though that the world still revolves, like it's kind of like the Goblin Slayer thing, right? You like there are heroes that kill like the world ending monsters, but that doesn't mean that the goblins stop. You know, there's really no such thing as like a happy ending, right?
It's not the end all be all. There is more of a life than just going for after
So,
epic
like,
monsters.
Yeah, like, oh, I need to like stop the waves of destruction. I also need to make money because I need to eat. And you know, and everybody's like, yeah, you know, like the wave of destruction could kill us, but so is not having money, and I could die tomorrow. You know,
Right. I
And
guess
really
we
like
see that too, because what is it? The spear hero goes after like saving of an entire village, and they said the sword hero actually killed the dragon, or rumored to kill the dragon. And we see that Naofumi's much more different. He's actually traveling to different villages, even though it's a symbiotic relationship. He's gaining things while helping them and defending them from like different perils.
Yeah, and it is kind of weird, right? Because like everyone, like I mean the bow hero kid, right? Seems like a legend. Like he's the one who could track him down.
Oh yeah, super mystery man.
Yeah, super mystery man here. And you know, sword kid, sword hero kills dragons.
That great value Kirito.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Then spear hero, like I don't know, I guess he's just part of the I don't know, whatever the hell, right? But then like now Fumi's like, well, I learned how to make potions and I you know, I'm trading.
Yeah, I mean, he's more for the people, and I think that's one of the things that the royalty gained from harboring animosity towards shield heroes in general. That shield heroes in legend and myth, we learn from Raftalia's past is that the shield hero is actually kind to demi-humans and commoners.
Sense, but you don't think that's just so weird that there's no other versions of the shield hero and all of the other heroes that have worked together. Like, you know what I mean? That's silly.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I think you actually asked this question on the first podcast that we did on shield hero.
Right. Like, why don't
the heroes actually team up together?
Because like the weapons supposedly have like a debuff or something. Like they don't level fast enough if like the weapons are near each other or something.
Right. So I actually went back into the manga and light novel to look for a reason. And it's a similar explanation to that where there's an experience debuff and they don't gain as much from being in a party with each other. That's why I guess in tradition, all the heroes spread out and then form different parties just to level up together.
So is it, but even so, that means that even when like the waves of destruction come, and I'm assuming it gets stronger and stronger.
Right.
Is there an end to that shit?
I have no idea.
So is it like just they have to survive all those waves?
I imagine it's just suffering in this world.
That's, well, at least it's not Berserk world. But but what I'm thinking is that like, so what's the kind of, who built this world? That doesn't make any sense. You have a hero that is built for support that can't support any of the other heroes. That's silly. I don't know. That makes me mad. That kind of triggers me. Like, yeah, it's like a perfect party. I guess, I don't know. It's like a perfect dungeon party, right? You have your range DPS, you have your DPS, then you have your nuker.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the nuke is the spear guy.
Yeah, and the fight, the Kirito is more like a off tank and damage.
Yeah,
dealer.
yeah, DPS, like, you know, like DPS, right? And like
then you have games work.
Then you have your range DPS that's just putting out DPS, right? Then you have your tank. I guess pure tank is like your
Pure
shield
tank.
guy, right?
Yeah, and he does like
And
I guess
support, right?
taunt and aggro as well.
Right? I mean, and he's like almost like weirdly like partly paladin too. He has bubbles. He has like, all of these super defensive skills or something like
He's
that.
kind of like what is it? The Guild Wars, like the original Guild Wars, Crusader or like Paladin class.
I'm trying to remember. Did I play original Guild Wars? I know. Wait, no, I did. Okay. So people might hate me for this. I've never I played Guild Wars 1, but I never played the first ones. I only played that Asian like continent one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when there's like I forgot what it was called. But basically when they added or maybe they always had an assassin.
Man, it's been too long to go back to that.
Yeah, but
now.
it was the one where you follow it was like Asian like like the whole theme, right? And you have to follow the stars and you have to fight the constellations. You never played that one, right?
I think we've been playing a different game then.
The Guild Wars, the
Yeah,
one.
Guild Wars.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's one of the DLCs that I got into,
Oh,
or like
okay.
it's like basically a new world. So like it unlocked like different more classes or something. Wait, did you play one with like was there an assassin on your?
I honestly don't even remember. I remember like playing the Necromancer, the Monk, and I guess the Paladin.
Dude, I love that game.
I honestly don't
can't-
remember that much. All I remember is that I was a 55 monk, and it was like related to like my health stats and being able to buff and debuff.
Yeah, dude, I think I was a cleric. That's a cleric monk. I guess I was a monk. Well, because like I said, like in this game, it was like more Asianish. So like my character was like, okay, never mind. Sorry, we can't go into the Guild Wars. That's not what we're talking about. But yeah, anyways, yeah, like it was just kind of, it's just kind of silly how there's these 4 heroes that are not meant to work with each other. I mean, I guess they could, but
Yeah.
is that like the true lesson of it all? Like they could be strong, but together, despite of them not leveling like better, like or they're not leveling as fast, they're still like a stronger team together than they are apart. Is that gonna be like the end story? Because I would kind of like that. I mean, it's
I
kind
would kind of like that as a theme, like where as one force, they don't gain much together, but they are able to protect and fend off the waves.
yeah,
and
right,
defend
like
people.
way easier. Because I would, but then again, I guess the waves are everywhere, right?
Mm.
Okay, so if Naofumi was able to defend one village, are you telling me like, because like the power levels of everyone else, are they like, is it like fucking like a Musou game? Like, is it like, Dynasty Warriors for all of them just running through like fields of people
Oh.
or demons? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Okay, that's what I was just thinking, I think,
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to see where this goes. Even though I read like the manga and light novel, I want to see
Like-
how everything gets adapted.
Oh, okay, tangent. So here's another. One of the things I have caught up on, or I didn't fully catch up on, is Overlord. Right? And I guess we were talking about this. That shit is awesome. I just finished the 2nd season,
Oh, okay.
right? And so have you watched it?
I dropped it like midway through the first season because I felt like, yeah, it was a little too slow for me, but
I felt like it was that too, but something like pulled me in. I don't know what the fuck it was.
yeah, from what I'm hearing, like if you stick on with the series and watch the other seasons, then it's
'Cause, like,
worth the keep.
I don't know what this 3rd season might be, but I really want the main. So I'm at the I just finished the 2nd season. Haven't started the 3rd season yet. But part of me wants to like be like, I want this main guy. I want this main guy to actually turn out to be like a villain, like because like it's like low key. Like he's supposed to be kind of like a villain character, but internally he's trying to be like a nice guy kind of thing, and he hides it in his like whatever. But I want him to actually be like, yeah, no, I was evil all along. You're right, and I'll be like, yes, dude, yes, that'd be sick. But yeah, that's it. And I guess us talking about like the whole isekai game world kind of thing,
Right.
it's just that. So yeah.
All right. I think that's a good place to stop for this podcast. I think we'll be covering, I guess, the next 3 or 4 episodes, depending on what we catch up to. But, it's a bi-weekly podcast.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys don't miss us too much every week, you know?
Yeah. We're planning on doing bi-weekly podcasts, but when we do have the chance, we'll have special episodes either covering different shows, special requests. If you guys do email us at animedropouts@gmail.com.
Yeah, please, let us know what you guys have been watching or anything interesting in the anime world or anything.
And we're hoping you guys do enjoy it, since I guess our special episode that came out along with last week, the Valentine's Day episode,
Right.
people did enjoy that. So
That's good. I hope you guys appreciated it.
all right. So make sure you guys follow us on social media. Everything's up in the description. animedropouts@gmail.com for all your questions. Find us on Spotify, iTunes. You guys know where to find us by now.
Right. And if you guys also want the other side of what we do have a YouTube channel where we do a lot of short films and sketches, and we're filmmakers on YouTube. So check that out. It's called Art School Dropouts on YouTube.
All right. So signing off, and until next class. Bye, guys.
Bye.